What do you think about the current health situation of, let's say, European people or Europe?
It's a disaster. I mean, anyone who looks at public health figures can tell you that. We have multiple pandemics of non-communicable degenerative disease. I'll start with some of the more obvious ones. I mean, type 2 diabetes, everybody knows that it's an enormous problem. It continues to grow. But I could also equally add to that the allergies, the autoimmune diseases, the neurodegenerative diseases. All of these are increasing in frequency, and we're seeing them appearing in younger and younger groups of patients. What this shows us very clearly is that the European population as a whole is being poisoned by the dreadful food that is made available to us thanks to the food multinationals who sell us processed food which may look and taste good. It's obviously profitable for them, but it's disastrous for us. The food industry takes no responsibility for the toxic and damaging nature of the products they sell. They privatize the profits, but they socialize the costs. The burden of the healthcare costs falls on us, the taxpayers, and the individuals who eat this terrible food. I would only say that we're not as badly off as the Americans. They eat even more processed foods than we do. Almost 2 out of every 3 calories they eat comes from ultra-processed foods, and as a result, Americans are the sickest people on the planet. But we're next. Britain is in fact number 2, and then countries like Poland, Finland, Ireland, and Germany are coming in after that, and the rest of the European countries as well, as we move more in the direction of eating ultra-processed foods, thanks to the completely unscrupulous nature of the food multinationals.
It seems for me like these bad nutrition habits are going hand in hand with increasing lifestyle or increasing level of life.
It really depends on how you determine and define quality of life. I'm not sure that your life quality is improving just because you can buy the latest version of the iPhone. I don't think that life quality is improving just because you have enough money to buy a deep freezer, microwave, and processed foods, which we're now beginning to understand are extremely bad for you over the long term. We may have a little more material wealth than we did, let's say, a generation ago. I grew up in the post-war generation, which was a time in Britain of shortages and rationing, even for many basic foodstuffs. And undoubtedly people have more than that now. But I think that people's feeling of being comfortably materially off, we've had half a century of gradualist improvement since the war. That's clearly coming to an end. The economic tides are receding. Crash 2 is very much on the horizon. Its early signs are already here. And people's living standards, I think, are going to fall very significantly over the next few years and are likely to remain at a lower point for perhaps another generation. So we're in for some difficult times. We do need to find more cost-effective ways of making healthcare available. The pharmaceutical model has failed and failed completely. We need to improve public nutrition, and that's the only way, the only effective, the only cost-effective way of improving public health. We have a duty, I think, of care to the general public, and I am happy to work with Zinzino to try to achieve that, because the existing medical institutions are incapable of doing this.